Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been long overdue. I'm in a new location, new spot. Life has been lifing, okay? So I haven't had time to really do much recording, but I'm gonna get back into these YouTube videos and get right back into these videos. And you guys can see more of your girl, the face of House of Jevidy, not just the videos of hair videos. You're gonna see more of me, more like TikToks, more things like that. So this is gonna be a story time video with my job, okay? I've been doing locks for over between 12 to 14 years because locks is my first love. I've started locks, everything. So the suite is coming together. I moved here back in May. It's currently August. As you guys see, pop the balloons behind me. But my wall, me and my homegirl Renee and my friend Twan actually helped me. It was gonna be like a marble cloud kind of feel. It kind of looks good. I like it. I'm not in love. No, I'm lying. I love it. What am I talking about? So what I wanted to go for was two different, give it some dimension. So I love it. House of Jevidy, I got that from Etsy. Of course, the little things behind me I got from Amazon and other places. And the TV, Best Buy. Anyway, so let's jump right into this video. This is my first ever story time for a client. Worst client in life, okay? Life ever. Like I just can't. He's blocked. He's been blocked for almost a year and a half now. He is blocked, and we're gonna get right into this video and explain why. So make sure you grab your popcorn, grab your shots, grab your tequila, grab whatever you need to grab, and sit down and listen to this. Yeah, because it's gonna get a little juicy, real juicy. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to House of Jevidy on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, all of it, okay? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Make sure if you guys are local, I'm located at 10139 Pines Boulevard, Suite 111, Angel numbers, okay? Pembroke Pines, Florida 33025. And Phoenix Salons on Pines and Palm if you guys are interested. If you guys got a sister, a cousin, a boyfriend, anybody that wants their hair done, they can come over right in this chair. They have some refreshments, they got some TV, they got Wi-Fi. I might actually add in a PlayStation because I do a lot of men's hair. So I got that idea from one of my other co-workers. I was like, ooh, PlayStation section. So I might have a little PlayStation or Xbox right there so they can play games. That'll look fire, okay? Fire. So let's get right into this video. Also make sure you click that bell button to stay updated with all my new videos. So I do post a lot of reels, but I want to get more into like the interaction with you guys and videos and talking and all that good stuff. So yeah, make sure you follow. I love you guys so much, and let's get right into the video. So girl, currently right now it is 8:48 on a Thursday, and I was like, I need to do this. I need to get this off my chest, deep down in my chest. I need to get this off my chest. So let's just get right into it. So long story short, back in 2020, I used to do mobile. So long story short, again, I moved from Dallas, Texas. I was there for 3 years, moved back to Miami, well, Florida, Miramar, and then I was living with my mom. During that time, it was COVID, everything was closed down, all salons, all boots, everything, it was out of service. So I had to rebuild all my clientele all over again when I moved back down here. So it was a little difficult, especially with the COVID and everything like that, especially with COVID time. I was like, okay, well, I am a hustler. That's always been in my blood. I've always been a hustler. I even sold candy in high school. I've always been a hustler. So with that being said, I was like, well, I'm not going to sit here on my ass and not get no money. So I decided to post a lot. I did a lot of free services. I also sell products. Check that out as well at www.jevidybeauty.com. Anyway, so I was really like hustling, putting my stuff on Thumbtack, Facebook Marketplace, passing out flyers, cards, telling a friend to tell a friend. I was just doing all types of means, all types of things to get my clientele up. So I finally started building. So for at least a good whole year, I was doing hair. I was doing hair at people's houses, sometimes jobs. People pay for me to travel to them, and I hated it. I'm not gonna lie, I hate to have to pack and move. It was a good experience. I've done hair in hotel rooms too. I just didn't like it. I didn't care for it. And one of these clients that this main video is for him, okay? Shout out to him. I am not. Is someone in there? Shout out to him. I'm not doing his I'm not gonna put his name on here for privacy reasons, but we're gonna call him Craig. His name is Craig, okay? So Craig was one of my clients that found me off of, I think, Instagram, and back then my name was Camille Monique's Beauty. And then I changed to Money Styles. Don't ask me why. Money Styles, I felt like my styles look like money, so I call it Money Styles, and Camille Monique, clearly that's my name, so I decided to do that. Didn't like it. House of Jevidy is gonna stick forever, okay? So anyway, long story short, he was one of my clients. He had a roommate at the time, BMW and everything, okay? To his house. His locks weren't the best looking. They looked very, very damaged because whoever did his color, oh my God, whoever did his color did a horrible job, and they bleached his hair like crazy. Anyway, so whoever did his hair color, horrible. You're messed up for that. Horrible. Anyway, so I did explain to him, you need to fix it before it gets worse. He clearly didn't listen, and I'm gonna get into that as well. So I did his hair. He paid me, but he didn't pay me the full amount. So at that time, even though I knew how to do locks, I couldn't really charge what I really wanted to charge because I didn't have a place to do it. So in a way, they're in the comfort of their own home. Okay, they're saving money without driving. So I couldn't really charge them what I really want to charge them. So with that being said, it was literally, I'm a principle over matter person. I don't care. Principle always comes first to me. It could be $1. $1. It could be 50 cents. It's the principle. I'm going to let it go, but it's the principle. And it shows your character. You know what I'm saying? So with this being said, I don't know who this man was. If he was a known client where he came to me a lot of times, and then, you know, this time he was a little low on cash, I like, okay, I'll let you slide. Anyway, I did his hair. He loved it. Took pictures. If I could find them, I doubt it, but if I can, I'll post it right here. So I did his hair, gave him the price. He knew the price before I got there. Gave him the price. Decided, okay, I don't like to hound people. Like, I don't like to stand in front of you while I'm waiting for you to pay me. Like, that's awkward. So I'm going to just, like, you know, pack up, clean up, wait for you to send me the Zelle. His excuse is he didn't have Zelle, so he was going to do Cash App. And all these different excuses. That already was a red flag for me. Anyway, so with that being said, you know, I was like, okay, well, the extra $10, just send it to me. Like, I'm trusting him without knowing him. Okay, just send me $10. Like, okay, it's $10. I'm assuming this guy has an apartment, a BMW, which that don't really matter. But it just shows, like, okay, he's an adult. Like, you should know to pay someone their money. You know what I'm saying? And I was struggling in a way, hairdresser. Like, I'm building, so every dollar count for me. Okay? That $10 could have bought me 2 jars of gel. Okay? So look at it that way. If anyone wants to think I'm petty, I'm not being petty. Look at it that way. $10 could be a big, large tub of gel, shampoo, something. Look at it that way. Anyway, so I get in my car. I start driving. I text them my information for my Zelle and my Cash App. Okay. While driving home, mind you, I drove 45 minutes. 4-5. Not 2-0. Not 3-0. 45 minutes to this man's house with no gas. Okay. You could give me $10? Anyway. I'm skipping the gun. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to explain to you why he didn't give me $10. So he kept on lying, like, can I give it to you tomorrow? So I allowed him to give it to me tomorrow, blah, 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 whatever. The next day happens. I text him, oh, something's wrong with my Cash App, something's wrong with my Zelle. Can you just give me one more day? I'm like, okay, fine. I stopped texting him after that. The next day, he didn't say nothing. The next day after that, he didn't say nothing. A week went by. I was like, oh, that's all you had to do. Quickly blocked him. Blocklist on full, okay? Blocklist on full. I blocked him. I texted him before I blocked him. And I said, listen, as in respect as a business owner and as someone who did your hair and I finished my job but you didn't complete your payment, I no longer want you to work. And I no longer want you as a client. No hard feelings. It's the principle. You could have at least told me to have it and I would have figured something out. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even wait for him to even respond to me. I just sent it and blocked. And that was literally a year and a half, right? So then I finally got my shop. I did a booth at one point for like 2 weeks. Didn't work out. I hated it. Left. I also did another booth, but this was a different kind of agreement that lasted only like 2 days, and I left. I personally just love to work on my own. I can't work around other people because it's just too many personalities drive me insane. And it's like, people are wicked, okay? People are wicked and bad mind, and I don't have time for people like that. I like my zen calming setting. I like just calm people. I might be a hothead, but I'm only a hothead when people make me a hothead. If that makes sense. I'm not automatically just like that. It takes someone to make me like that. So I'm not someone to play with. So at the end of the day, if I'm around too many nasty personalities, a nasty part of me is gonna come out. So I decided, let me do my own suite. So I decided to go to I forgot what they're called. Salons by JC on Flamingo and Pines. And I went there just to look at rooms, just to get an idea of how, and I was still living with my mom at the time. I live on my own now. But I got a quote from her, and her name, I forgot her name, but she's like, oh, if you're just looking, you know, someone's renting their room out a few days out the week, so you guys could do like a half and half. I was like, oh, I never thought of doing that. So I got the information from her, and it was an Asian lady, so sweet. I forgot her name, but she was so sweet. And I stayed there for maybe a good year. Maybe 9 months to a year, if I could recall. And you know, I only had like maybe 2 or 3 days, and I was building clientele so much now that I had a shampoo bowl and I had a place to do it, and it was more secure. People felt more comfortable. So I was getting so booked out. The days she was giving me wasn't doing well with the amount of clientele I was getting. So I had to switch somewhere else, 2 doors down, another girl, but she was allowing me to work 7 days out the week, as long as I pay her what I was supposed to pay her. So that worked out as well. Me and her fell out. Jealousy is a real thing. Okay, in this industry, jealousy is a real thing. Anyway, so with that being said, I end up leaving that as well. And so I took a leap of faith, and I called this place called Salons Beauty and Spa. They were built in like 1999 or something, very long time ago. So they're very like outdated, but it was still clean, whatever. I ended up staying there for 2 years. So this story time is based off my old location, not this location. I've only been here for about 4 months. Anyway, so with that being said, so I'm working, you know, I have my little salon, family, whatever. Never had anything bad. Never had a bad client. And I had some iffy clients, which we just don't connect, and we just didn't continue services with each other. But I was literally like 2 or 3. I've as many clients that I've done in my years of doing here. That's not bad at all. So anyway, so I booked this client. This client booked me, matter of fact. Craig booked me, okay? Craig booked me. And one thing about me, I'm not the best with names, but I'm the best with faces. I can see you for a split second or a few minutes, and I'm gonna remember your face no matter what. So this person books me. The name looked really familiar. I'm like, what a coincidence. This name looks really familiar. For some reason, I remembered his name. And so I tried to go on his Instagram. I couldn't find it. I was like, okay, this might not be the same person. This cannot be the same person. Anyway, so when he comes in for his appointment, I just saw a ghost. I was like, I didn't say nothing to him yet, but I'm just looking at him like, yo, he looks familiar. He looks familiar. I was like, I've seen this person before, but for some reason I could not put 2 and 2 together. I remember his face, and I remember it was a bad experience with this person, but I couldn't remember where. You know what I'm saying? So I still told him to come in, and already he already started early. Like within 2 steps of coming to my salon suite, it was already a problem, because he was like, oh, I'm here for my appointment. I booked for this, but can we add this? I said, for one, in my policy, it says book everything you need during the booking, because I cannot run over for my next client. He doesn't know that though. He was my last client. Mind you, this was like 6 o'clock at night, 5:30 if anything. He's like, well, okay, well, if you can't fix my hair, then I'm just going to cancel the whole appointment. And I'm looking at him like, how are you going to cancel your appointment and you're already in the shop? Who does that? Like, when people cancel, they cancel before they get there. They cancel on the phone. They cancel via text. You can't come in my shop, my salon suite, and tell me you want to add services, I decline, then tell me you cancel. Well, if you want to cancel, I could just charge a card on file. You want to do that? So his energy was already throwing me off, and I'm a Pisces. You know how us Pisces are. We are very in tune with people. So, Zen, right? So, with that being said, he's like, oh, okay. Well, let me just get the regular retwist and end style. I'm like, bet. Put on the cape. Sat him in my shampoo bowl chair. His hair was disgustingly bad. Not as in dirty, just the maintenance of his locks were just horrendous. I'm going to use my hair for example. Take a piece of my hair. His locks were probably... I don't know if you guys can see it. This thin. The ends were thick. And it got thin. It is horrible. And while I was washing his hair, it just clicked like ding, like whoa. This is the guy from back in 2020. This is the guy that didn't give me the money for the service. Well, not the whole thing. Some of the money for the service. I'm like, wow. Sorry, texting. So I'm like, be professional, Camille. Be professional. Because I could say my words sometimes could be a little reckless. And it's not like I'm rude. I'm a very polite person. I'm very respectful. But I do not tolerate nonsense. And I don't tolerate mean people. I don't like back talk. I don't tolerate, because I could back talk and I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could back talk you back. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't care if you're 6'5" or 4'11". I don't care if you're 65 or you're 14. Have respect for people. I'm human. You want respect? I'll give you respect. You know what I'm saying? So I could easily just decline to him and be like, oh, I remember you. You didn't pay me. No. I decided to continue the service. I'm like, people could change. Okay, people could change. Yeah, okay. When someone shows you their true colors, take that and leave it. Don't try to sit here and make excuses for people. When people show you the true colors, take that true colors and go with that true color. Because that man is wicked. Okay? That man is wicked. So I'm watching his hair. I was so scared to even touch it because I felt like if I touched it, it would just all fall out. That's how bad it was. When I say his hair was like thick, then there was like a string of lock and then thick. I was like, yo. While washing it, I'm telling him, you need to either restart your locks or you need to get them maintenance, but we could set up an appointment to maintenance them, but not today. Because I do maintenance. I do lock extensions. I do color. I do retwist styles. I do reconstructive. I do extensions. I do everything locks related. I do it. But I can't do it if you didn't book it. You know what I'm saying? And that takes a long time. It's not like a 2-hour thing. With his hair, that could have took me like 4 or 5 hours. It was the whole entire head. It wasn't some locks. It was the whole entire head. So I'm washing it. And mind you, whoever did his hair back in 2020 was like a honey blonde. This was platinum blonde now. So his hair was double processed, double damaged. So I sat him down. I was like, are you sure you want to style? Are you sure you want to style? Because I feel like if I twist this tight or medium tight, it's going to break. I do it all the time. I style my hair. I can't leave hair without style. I'm like, sassy. Okay, Mr. Sassy. Okay, okay. Let's get started. Grab my tools, my little cute little watch. It's over there somewhere. My little watch, I put my little gel, my little comb, my oldest scalp, massage it. Even though I know who this man is, I'm still trying to be professional. So I do his hair. It looked a lot better than what he came in here with. But I did his hair. So let's get to the good part of the story time. Payment. I accept cash, Zelle, at the time Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, or Style Seat, which is the app. I was gonna charge a Style Seat, but what he did when I wasn't looking was lock his card on Style Seat, so I couldn't charge his card. Boom. And I knew he was doing, because every time like I was doing his hair, I got to the closer part of his face, he would like kind of hide his phone. But I never thought anything of it. I thought he was just doing something, texting a girl, whatever. So 2 and 2 quickly, ding, ding, ding. I was like, oh, this mother locked his card. Anyway, so he was like, oh, I don't have any money on my card. I just had enough to book the appointment, but can I go to my car and get money? Without hesitation, I said, I'll come with you. I'll come with you. This is what he did, right? No, it's okay. I was gonna be real quick. I'm like, okay, leave your stuff. Like, leave your phone, your bag. He's like, no, I'm just gonna put it in the car. I was like, so I'll come with you. He's like, oh, okay, well, no, let me check it. Let me do it another way. In my head, I'm like, you mother asshole. You mother freaking, you know what I'm saying? I always carry pepper spray on me and a taser. I didn't know which one I should want to use that day. I decided to use a taser. But let's not jump the gun yet, right? So he sits down and he's doing this, going through like stalling. Mind you, the sun is still out. It's getting dark. It's just me at this time. I think there was one more person, but she left like 10 minutes later. Right? So this guy is just stalling. I have never seen anyone stall in my life. Like, how obvious can you be? Anyway, so I'm here cleaning up, you know, trying to make it like where he pays, my room's clean, we could leave together. I usually do that. I don't like to just let the client leave. I like to, while they're on the dryer, I like to clean up my room, get it ready and prep for the next day, and we both leave together. Because I'm not staying here any longer, okay? So I'm here cleaning, and he's like, then he decides to call his bank and make a whole show. I should check to see if he was really on the phone or not. But this man, he's Bahamian. So yeah, strong Bahamian accent. He's on the phone, so-called operator. I'm like, this I'm from Miami, okay? I've seen it all. I've been around all types of people. I've seen it all. When he did that little stalling, I quickly went, closed my door. He saw me close it and he looked at me and he just went back to his conversation with the operator, Bank of America. Okay. Yeah. So I locked my door and I put something. I don't play. When it comes to me and my money, you don't know if I got kids to feed. You don't know if I got bills to pay that day. You don't know what I got to do. Don't play with me a second time. I'll let you do it the first time, but don't do it the second time. And mind you, this was not no $10 service. This was $150. 150. $150 could be a phone bill. $150 could be my car note. $150 could be towards my salon suite. Do not play with me, little boy, because that money is not no $10. I let you slide with the $10, but you're not gonna slide with no $150. No, not today. So this is what I did. So while he's on the phone, I'm here cleaning up still, blood boiling, hot as ever, because when I get mad, my skin gets warm. Okay, I get mad. I'm a Caribbean woman. I'm a little feisty. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little feisty. But I'm not disrespectful until you disrespect me first. So I lock the door, whatever. Cleaning, washing my tools, sweeping. I'm trying to hear someone talking. I didn't hear no one on the phone, but whatever. So I finished cleaning everything. That's how long it took him to stall. And he's just yelling, I need my money, and da-da-da, and what do you mean tomorrow's gonna be available? All this different shit. So when he clicked off the phone, I sat down and I pulled out my taser like this. I literally was sitting up just like this. I'm not even doing this for YouTube or my story time. I sat down just like this. This is my taser in my hand. And I was like this. I said, what did the bank say? What did the bank say? And he's just like, oh, they said that they took the money out and blah, blah, blah. And I won't be able to pay till tomorrow. So can I just come back tomorrow? I sat up and I said, no, you cannot come back tomorrow. Call your aunt, your cousin, your mom, your grandma, your best friend, your lover, whoever you want to call, to give that money to you, give to me, and you pay them back tomorrow. Because I'm not playing with you. And I said, I know who you are. You might not remember He's like, no, I remember. You might not remember me, but I remember you. I remember you because, and I explained to him the story, but not in detail like I'm doing on this video. And I was like, you might not remember, but it's not going to be a second time. You find your way to get me that money because I finished the service. Now he started getting mad with me. He's like, well, I don't got the money right now. And I can just come back tomorrow. And I can just give it to you tomorrow. And da-da-da-da. It's not a big deal. I was like, not a big deal? I said, I don't know you from a can of paint, and you don't know me from a can of paint. Who knows you're going to come back tomorrow? Because last time I checked, you did this last time. I'm not gonna let it happen. That's how you know I'm getting mad, because I'm stuttering. I'm not going to let this happen again. Now he stands up and I stand up. Not thinking this is a man, I'm a woman. He could f me up. He could beat my ass. But I'm not thinking that way because when you're mad, you're mad. And, you know, see, you're not seeing straight. So, with that being said, I had a taser in my hand. So he backed up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't know why you think I won't come back. You did a service. Why wouldn't I pay you? I was like, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. No disrespect to you, but I don't believe you. So what happened after that? He did something. So he's like, I don't have the money. But and then he decided to sit back down. So I grabbed my scissors and I grabbed a chunk of his locks. I was like, I could just cut your locks out now. No, I don't think I know. Yes, I did grab scissors. I wasn't really going to cut his hair. I was just trying to scare him. But I was like, I could take these out now. And he was like, This is him. Is that ma'am? Is that necessary? Why? This is not necessary. It's very necessary. I know. When I was talking to him, I was so calm. I wasn't hostile. I wasn't loud. I was like, this is very necessary. People like you don't deserve to get their hair done because you don't do this to people. I was like, then I let go of his hair, and I said, either you have the money or you don't. He's like, I'm so sorry, kept on apologizing. We could do a promise to pay note. I'm looking at him like, a promise to pay note? I mean, I could take that to court, but whatever. So I call my homeboy. His name is Kyle. He's the guy who calms me down, okay? And so I called him, and I was like, well, I'll be right back. So I locked him in the room. And I was talking to him, and he's like, Camille's not worth it. I was like, 150 is not worth it? Yes, it is worth it, okay? And he's like, well, you're a female, no one's there. Like, you're there by yourself. This thing's smart. He could hurt you, da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't care about that right now. Like, it's the principle. It's the principle to me. Like, you need to pay your money for a service that you did, or there's going to be consequences, which there is, and I'll get into that right now. So he's like, well, call the cops. Never thought twice to call the cops. I never thought about that. Never thought of calling cops. I'm thinking I could just do this on my own. So, mind you, this is late at night. Now it's like 8:30 at night. Going on to maybe 9. But it was late. Everyone was gone. The building out, the hallway was dark. My room was the only room that was lit. Dark outside. I'm like, damn, I am fighting with fire. Like, what if this guy does something to me? There is cameras, but still. So I decided to go in the room. I said, let me go. I was like, I'll do a note. I'll do the promissory note. I'll do the note. I'll do the promise note. Pay you later note. So I was like, let me go in the back for a second. Let me go get a piece of paper and a pen. While I went in the back, I was really calling the cops. The cops took a good 15 minutes to come. They took forever to come. But I was stalling. So I was on the phone with cops, the operator, explained to him, describing how he looks, his name, information, what he did, blah, blah, blah. He was like, okay, well, they'll be there soon. I looked at the time, and it took them about 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes to get there. Not too crazy, but in that moment, it felt like 30. So I go back. I stall a little longer. I waited. Then I go back in the room, and I was like, okay, well, this is what I wrote down. I signed here, dated, and you signed here. He's looking at me like, you stupid. Like, in his head, he's probably looking at me like, you so stupid. I'm not coming back here. While he was signing, I saw the cop car lights pull up. I walked out. I was like, I'll be right back. I closed the door while he's signing the paper. I was outside talking to the cops. So there's no way for him to exit the facility because there was only one in and one out. And that was the door right where the cops were. Okay. Camille don't play. You don't do that to people. Side note, if you get a service done, do not do that to people, because that's not right. You don't know what people got to do with that money. Anyway, so I go outside. It was a Spanish and a white cop. Cuban, I think Italian, whatever. So remember, this is not the end of the story. It gets a little juicy. So yeah, anyway, so I go outside. I explained to him, like I did a service. I completed the service. He chose not to pay me. And that's why I called the cops. So I was got my information, was getting his information. Mind you, this guy was parked in a handicap place without a handicap sticker. But I'm gonna get into that as well. So he's calling my phone. My phone is in my hand. Mind you, it's a glass, so he could see me talking to cops. So he's looking at me, calling me. I'm declining. He's calling me. I'm looking at him. I'm declining. He's like, fuck me. Like one of those, like, damn, like one of those trying to get over on me. So he eventually had to come outside. He came outside. The cop's like, sir, can you come over here, please? We need to talk to you. Yes, come over here, gentleman. Craig, come over. Right here so the cops can talk to you. Thank you. So I'm sitting back. I'm listening. And he's explaining himself. Well, I did a service and I had the money, but I don't know what happened. And the bank, and the guy was like, he's like, that's not her issue though. You came and got a service done. You got your hair done. Your hair is completed. You pay for your service. I think it's called petty something. Petty, I forgot the term. If I can remember, I'll link it right here. He's like, well, I told her I'll come back tomorrow. And literally, me and the white cop both said, but how do we know that? How do we know? We literally both said at the same time, how do we know you're coming back? How do we know? We don't know that. So it's like jinx, like we both jinxed each other. Anyway, so when he was like, because I said I would come back. He's like, well, what we can do is you give her collateral. Give her a phone, your keys, a wallet, a credit card, something valuable so she knows you're going to come back for it. I ain't giving her my phone. I'm not giving her my card, my phone. He's like, well, then what you're going to do is pay her. Well, I don't have the money to do it. I could come back tomorrow. These cops felt so bad for me because you could tell he was such a jerk. The Craig guy, he was so nasty. And I could tell that Craig does this often. I'm probably not the first hairdresser he's done this to, and I really want to post his information and his like picture online, but I never got to it and I just forgot. So with that being said, of course they had to do take both our information. We write down the little stuff on the paper, information, phone number, whatever. So with that being said, he was so disgusting. He's like, oh, you being a dickhead, huh? You being a dickhead. How you talk to a cop like that? They could really just put you in jail just because you're black. Like, come on now. Anyway, so of course I'm already pissed because I feel like, how am I getting my money back? And I feel like this is too drawn out just for $150. But I'm like, how am I going to get back? Because I'm thinking the cops were going to scare him. I thought the cops were going to scare him to pay me. Like, as in, like, okay, she's not playing. Like, let me just give her this $150 and get out of here. But that didn't work. Mind you, this guy's driving a BMW. Like, I hate guys. I hate people, whether it's women or men, who just flaunt but don't got it for real. Like, stop the flaunting if you don't got it for real. Anyway. So we did the whole little shabam. It took a little while, blah, 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 blah. Skip over that because that's not the good part. So the part that's hilarious to me, I lost out $150, just to give a little disclaimer. I lost out on $150, whatever. God blessed me 10 times more. But while the other cop was asking for his ID, he's like, oh, it's in my car. So I was like, okay, let me walk with you to your car to get your ID. Dumb, just pure dumb, dunce, like dumb. He walks to car with the cop, gives the ID. Mind you, he's parked in a handicap spot. So when they came back to me and the white cop, so the Spanish cop was like, well, sir, Mr. So-and-so Craig, I see you parked in a handicap spot. Are you handicapped?
No, I'm not handicapped.
Do you have a handicap sticker? No. He's like, oh, here's a ticket for that. Right in his hand. Oh, you want to be a dickhead, huh? You want to be a dick? I was like, I'm looking at him like, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. You're stupid. So he gives him that. And then he gave him the secondary. He said, he told something to me and him. He's like, ma'am, you could take him to court, which I wanted to do so bad to prove a point, but I just didn't have the patience. But I'll do it if I have to. Don't play with me. But he was like, he was telling the guy, this is a court date for this. Even the court called me like 2 days later to get the information about the guy. He was like, if this guy does not go to court and doesn't show up, he's gonna have a warrant out for his arrest, and then things will get worse. I said, oh, a warrant out for his arrest? That's lovely. Lovely. I said, okay, Mr. Craig, have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow. I would hope to see you tomorrow to give me the money. So I'm thinking that will put some fire under his ass. That will give him some kind of like, I don't want no warrant. Oh, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I would think that. This guy is bold. Bold. So next day at work, I'm walking in comfortable. People ask me like, what happened? I heard what happened. All this, salon talk. My client, Chanel, which is my homegirl, we went to Colombia and Puerto Rico with. Hey, girl, hey. She was the client that day. And we were just getting to know each other at that time, but now we're like this. We talk like every day. I just texted her earlier, actually. Anyway, so I was telling her the story. She literally was like, Camille, what? Oh my God, text him right now. So I'm texting him calmly. I was like, hi, Mr. Craig. Mind you, this guy is like either my age or younger. I was like, hi, Mr. Craig. Today's the next day, due to the situation last night, which was very unfortunate. I'll be in the shop between 10:30 a.m. and like 4 p.m. I think something like that. He didn't respond. It was delivered. So I decided to text him again. And I texted him like separately, like the hours, and then like have a great day. The have a great day didn't go through, so that means he saw my text and he blocked me. So my friend said, Chanel said, oh hell no, here's my phone. We took his number off my phone, put it in her phone, and I just texted him a whole message. I said, you're so stupid. I said, listen, I'm gonna take you to court. It's principle. It's a principle for me. I don't care if it's $5 or $200. It's a principle. You're fucked up. I mean, you're effed up for that, because I can't curse on YouTube. I said, you're effed up for that because I did a service. I complete the service. You don't know what I have to do with that money. You don't know what I got to feed, what mouths to feed. You don't know what I got to do. So he responds back, you're so pathetic. You're pathetic for getting mad over 150. Something about you must be a broke bitch. Never. That is not in my vocabulary, but okay. You must be broke. You're crying over 150. Oh, just take a loss for it. Get over it. And I ain't going to court. And I got my hair done, but you didn't get paid. Like, just throwing in my face. I said, oh, okay. He wants to play his game. Okay, I forgot what I did, but I cursed him the hell out. My friend said, Camille, don't even stress yourself. Take it as a loss. It's unfortunate. Just take him to court if you need to take him to court. The court actually called me and confirmed, but I just don't know why I didn't go for it. I just hate the court system. I hate all that stuff. It's just, but at this current moment, I will do it. But back then, I was like, I'm not in the mood. Like, whatever, just take it as a loss. He would never, ever be able to come my chair again. And I should have told him not to come back when I first saw him, but I just was trying to give him a chance, and that obviously wasn't the case. Anyway, so I just went back to doing her hair, and we're just talking about it and whatever. I was like, this is insane. I've never been through this in my life. This is very traumatizing because, like, you work so hard for your money. We're entrepreneurs, we're business owners. We don't have W-2 forms, W-4 forms like other people. We don't have insurance like other people. We have every dollar, we have to pay back taxes. Like, everything counts. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for that to happen to me, I was so traumatized. I'm such a nice person at heart. I'm very chill. So, for that to happen to me, I just was just taken back. You know what I'm saying? But I just got over it, and bygones be bygones. But that same day, the Spanish cop actually came back in his full uniform. And I'm oblivious. I'm not thinking anything of it. Not thinking anything. But my client, a different client that day, was like, "Ooh, girl, what you did? Like, who's this cop?" So I look at him. I'm like a little confused. Like, hi. Like, is everything okay? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, did you get the money from him? Like, I was confused. And this guy looked handsome looking man too. He was really attractive. He looked at me, but you could tell he was a little like shy, but he was still trying to be like, I'm a cop. So he looks at me. He's like, oh, I told my client, give me 2 seconds. I go out there and I'm talking to him, and I'm looking at him like, like a little boy who just like twiddles his fingers and looking at someone that they like. That's how he was acting. I was so just taken back. I'm like, I'm not used to this. Like, okay. So he's looking at me. He's like, oh, I just wanted to check on you and see if everything's okay with the client who came last night. Did he end up paying you? And usually when cops come, they don't come and check on people the next day. So I was like, well, thank you for checking. But he didn't. He actually blocked me and told me I'm pathetic for crying over 150. And the cop was like, oh, wow, that's so messed up. Please take him to court to show him a lesson, all this different stuff. I'm like, okay, smiling, talking back with each other. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you for checking in. Kind of like awkward, like, thank you. And he's like, can I call you sometime? I'm like,
okay.
Call me? And I'm like, okay, like, I can give you my number. Okay, so like, oh. So anyway, so I give him my number, and he's like, okay, well, have a nice day. We gave each other a hug, and he left. So I run in the room like, oh my god, like, like a little girl. Like, I was telling the client, like, I knew he liked you. He was just staring you up, but he was looking at you from behind, like everything. He was just admiring me because he was looking at me for a little while without saying anything. Like, he just stood there for 2 seconds before he said hi. But I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking of like, he's just really trying to see what's wrong, like if everything's okay. She's like, I don't know what you didn't see, but I saw what I saw, and I could tell he liked you. So whatever. So he texts me. He texts my number like as he's walking out. Oh, this is Cop Hernandez. I'll just use a random name. But there was a previous text earlier that day from the same number. So I was like, this guy already had my number. So the only way he could have gotten my number was from my report. Or he must have Googled something. But I didn't give him my number earlier. I gave him my number currently at that moment. So the girl's like, that's kind of illegal. That's kind of illegal. But, whatever. And I'm like, really? It's illegal to get someone's information? He's like, yeah, it's a report for a reason. But he got my information from my report. I was like, oh, wow, interesting. Okay. So we're texting while I'm still on a client, and we're talking and giggling. He's just saying, oh, you're so beautiful. I would love to take you out one day. You have such an amazing body. You're so shaped so nice. I'm like, whoa, okay. Mr. Hernandez Cop, like, you don't hold nothing back. But he was this very nice, very attractive man. I never dated outside my race, though, but he was very attractive. And I'm like, okay, like, you're cute, too. And he's like, oh, let me know if you want to go out one of these days. Me, my client is being a little girl. Like, oh, my God, text him that. I'm like, oh, wow, this is different. A cop? This is really different for me. So we're talking. And so from the client thing, obviously, that didn't go through. Never got the money, never saw him again. It's been 2 years later. Kudos to him. Good riddance to him. He is blocked on all types of platforms. Instagram, phone, everything. Anyway, so me and this cop, Hernandez, was talking for a good week. He was telling me about himself, what I'm looking for. I'm telling him what I'm looking for, what he's looking for. Like, he will stop by my job like every other day to check on me. I'm just like, okay, this is something I could get used to. This is very sweet. But it kind of got a little creepy because, like, he would just come just randomly, not even let me know he's coming. Like, he'll just come randomly, like, taking that cop authority kind of, you're a cop, but don't be just showing up my job like that. I didn't like that after a while. Finding out he just got out of a relationship. So you know how those go. Like, when you're just out of a relationship, you're like on a prowl just to like deal with just women or just like probably just have fun. And I'm not in that fun stage. I want something serious, marriage, dating, kids, family. And that's the level I'm on now. I don't want no fun. I've never been that girl who just have one night. I never had a one night stand. But yeah, so we're just talking. Long story short, he asked what I was looking for. I told him what I'm looking for. I don't need it today, I told him, but I date with purpose. I date with a reason. I don't just date for fun. I was like, well, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not trying to have no one night stand. None of that. He's like, oh, I respect that, but that's not what I'm looking for. And I'm like, I respect you for telling me that's not what you're looking for, because we could just cut this really. I'm pretty sure if I text him right now, he might respond if he still has my number. But we left on really, really good terms. Really, really good terms. But he was respectful. He wasn't rude about it. I wasn't rude about it. We just parted ways. Very simple, very easy. And never was sexual with him. Never kissed him. Never even went out on a date with him yet. So I wish men like that could just tell you in the beginning what they want. If that's not what you want, just leave us alone. Leave us alone so we can heal, okay? Anyway, so with that being said, that's what happened with my story time. And yeah, it was a little crazy, I might have a few more, maybe like 2 more story times actually, but this one was the worst out of the worst. This was the juiciest one. So long story short, no longer talk to the cop, and Craig is blocked. So learn lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you take a deposit. Make sure you get payments before or after, but if you trust them. It's hit or miss with this industry. You just never know. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for listening to my first time story time ever. Yeah, lesson learned, okay? Lesson learned. House of Jevidy will no longer be accepting nonsense like that ever again. I just bit my tongue when I said that. I would never accept nonsense like that ever again. Cops, I might talk to a cop, but cops are not in my little field either. But yeah, so make sure you check out more story times with me, more Q&As with me, more videos with me. Check out all my videos as well. And thanks for tuning into my first story time of an disaster story time, matter of fact. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this video. Make sure you click that bell button, stay updated with all my videos. And make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on over to House of Jevidy's YouTube channel. Follow me on all social media platforms: TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and YouTube. And I don't have a Twitter though. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Check me out in the video. Tell a friend to come over to House of Jevidy and get your locks nourished and done. Get your locks done. Treat it right. Get your braids done. Treat it right. Get your natural hair underneath these wigs and these sew-ins done. Okay? And make sure you follow your girl. I love you guys so much. Bye.